Hi. In yesterday's Gemara, I had two comments, two things that wasn't said clear. One was on Daf Yomi from Aleph. When the Gemara says, when the Gemara talks about if you do like the Beis Shammai, that you lie down to Kriyas Shema at night, according to the Beis Shammai, if you do like the Beis Hillel, it's not worth it. Lo also klum, he didn't do anything. It's not considered a mitzvah of saying Shema. So for this, the Gemara asks from the Maisa with the Sukkah of the Zikne Beis Shammai and Zikne Beis Hillel. Went to visit Rabbi Yochanan ben Achiranis, and his shulchan, Reishev Rubai, was b'teich HaSukkah, and his head and body, versus his table was b'teich HaBayis in the house. And the Gemara and the Braisa says that they didn't say anything, and we didn't explain yesterday, and therefore, what's the kasha? So now, just to emphasize, the kasha is that they didn't say anything. In other words, although the Beis Hillel say that the Shulchan B'teich HaBayis is okay, the Beis Shammai say it's not okay. Nevertheless, the Beis Shammai didn't say that Rabbi Yochanan ben Achiranis isn't yet the mitzvah of Sukkah. So we see that if here to do like one shitta when the other shitta is not okay with it, it's okay. It's the same by Kriyas Shema. If one does like the Beis Hillel, even a little bit of Beis Shammai, how can you say that you're not yotze the mitzvah of Kriyas Shema? And the answer is, the Gemara answers, it's not true that they didn't say anything, because afhem omruloi, if this is the way you did the mitzvah of Sukkah all your life, you never was mekayim the mitzvah of Sukkah. So that's number one. Number two, the last piece of the Gemara, where the Gemara brings the Mishnah, the Braiset, Nan Hosam, that in the Beis Hamikdash they said one brocha. And this Gemara is brought here since we're talking about Kriyas Shema. What are the two brochos? Lefaneo, Yitziroi and Ahavas Elam, or Ahav. So, therefore, the Gemara brings the Braisa that in Beis Hamikdash they said Nan Hosam Baruch Brocha Achas. They said one brocha, and the Gemara says, what's the one brocha? If it is, you must say it's Yotzer Oir, because if it's Avar, who says that it's one brocha? It might be that they said now Avar, since it's still early, it's too early to say Yotzer Oir, but later on they'll say Yotzer Oir, because Yotzer Oir is praising the Eibishter for creating the light. And the answer of the Gemara is... One second, I'm trying to remember. No. Yeah, so this... I missed one idea. So the Gemara says we didn't learn it directly from the words of... I don't remember by heart which Tana. Elo mikloli itmer. We learned it from the general idea. And this is the explanation of what I just said. Because it must be that the one bracha is Yitzir Oir. Because if it's Haverabba, it's not one. It might be that they still will say the bracha Yitzir Oir later when it will come light outside. And the Gemara responds for that, no. Might be still that one bracha should be a Haverabba. And they'll say later Yitzir Oir, or my bracha achas. What's the pirush? What's the explanation for bracha achas? One bracha. What's the explanation for one bracha that they're not makbid on the seder, on the organization, which is first and which is second. In other words, they'll say a second later. But the bracha achas first was Averabba, and Yitzir Or will be said later. That is the answer of the Gemara. Maybe if I'll look in, I'll have it clearer, but this is basically it. Hope we'll do later. Hope another video for the coming Daf Kultiv. Bye.